7 years ago,
Yeah.
I had a mental meltdown.
7 years ago.
7 years ago.
A mental meltdown.
Yes, before I turned 40, I became very sick. But apart from that, I don't think that I've been.
Oh, what happened?
So I used to write for Ghana Web. I had my own blog on Ghana Web.
Wow.
Yes, for a long time ago. And before I turned 40, I wrote an article on my fear of the big 40. So all the things that I was afraid of. I was afraid that my audience are going to grow and into now at that age they will shift into managerial positions and I want to listen to Amachide instead of rap and lose my audience share, and the young ones will not identify with, because I remember I used to tell my mom, hey, where the 40 when you knew? So I knew that exactly, I knew that I was about to grow old and I was hitting midlife and the crisis came with it. I don't know what had happened. That fear of the big 40 that I wrote about, it came to roost. And then during that period, I remember I went to Takoradi one time to go and launch a single, and nobody came to the event. Very few people came to the event. And that night I cried.
7 years ago.
7 years ago. And I'm thinking, I'm losing it. I'm no longer going to become Okyeame Kwame. And, this whole music thing is built on a certain social value validation. So it's about how many people are following you on Instagram, how many people have subscribed to your YouTube channel, how many times the DJs play your music, how many people. That is what a hit is. When there is a social celebration of a song, then the song has become a hit. And you are an artist to eat because you are creating hits. And the demography of people now in Ghana, of the population in Ghana, is that the age range is between 21 to 23. So if you are 40, these people can no longer identify with you. Then it means your career is about to crash. So at that time, that was my perspective. And because that was my perspective, I thought so much, I worried so much that I destroyed my whole system.
Wow, you got depressed?
Oh, completely.
How did you come out of that?
Well, so I went to the hospital. I was just telling him. I went to the hospital. I went to see a family doctor.
Yes.
I went to see a family doctor. They gave me, so I didn't just get depressed. I got depressed. My LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, went up to 4.6. And the threshold is supposed to be 3.0. So it went up to 4.6. It affected. I used to wake up every day with headaches. Every morning, wake up with headaches. I had angina pains on the left side of my chest, and I had a referred pain coming from my hand, through my left hand.
Hey.
So I thought I was going to die. And that fear of about to die also depressed me.
Hey. You really
suffered. Downward spiral.
You really suffered?
Yes. And this thing that I'm talking about went on for about a year.